carry the boats and the logs, 'cause they're turning them old frogs gay. Or maybe they're born this way. Pull up a chair, sit right there, brush your teeth and comb your hair, 'cause they're turning them old frogs gay.
Check 1 2. This is Dante. I'm going to enunciate my mouth voice.
You want to know what I'm just noticing now too? Is not for one episode has Dante ever worn a pair of pants. And I don't think he's worn a pair of pants in this year, in the year 2025. Or maybe going out.
But why do you guys wear pants?
What do you love?
No, I'm so curious why you guys wear pants.
Fear of the moose knuckle.
I mean, I've worn shorts on the pod before,
Same.
but so I switch it up. But you are strictly shorts.
Yeah.
And athleisure.
I get hot. I have Lulu. The only pants I would wear, I have Lulu tight for workout ones.
But you'd never wear a pair of denim on the pod?
No.
When's the last time
No
you
need.
put a pair of jeans on for a date or no?
Yeah. Probably a date that happened 2 weeks ago.
when Don put on
I have a
pants,
stain right here that I can't get removed.
Don put on pants, AJ said, "Why do you look like Uncle Joey?" Dante came down in a pair
I was
of
like, why do you look different? You smell good.
Do you ever go jeans and rainbows on a date?
Never.
It's a power move.
I've been tapping into
I
the
think I have
pants
before.
sandal combo.
It's a power move.
It's a
Girls
huge
hate it.
power move.
They hate sandals for some reason, but I don't mind my feet, so.
It's
Yeah, me neither.
jeans with rainbows is youth pastor energy.
I really don't know why girls wear it really bothers them so much. Maybe it's because like they think girls should only wear sandals and show their feet, or they think it's like lazy. I can't really understand.
Yeah, maybe it's like trad wife thought process, puritanical energy. Like the man should be in shoes.
He should be ready to
The man should have a bowler cap on and a suit jacket as well, and a pocket watch.
and a freaking lunchbox.
All right.
What? I
Going
thought
to
you were
work
gonna.
with
I
a
thought Don was
lunchbox?
gonna say briefcase when he did this. Then he
Yeah,
went lunchbox
lunchbox.
with it.
Yeah, a guy with freaking hard hats bring a lunchbox. You know what I'm talking about?
Speaking of which, too, I think Cole recently sent over the video of a sweet Mexican wife cooking her
Oh my
husband,
gosh, those are all over my feed.
Cole is littered with those now on his feed.
They're amazing. It's like, wake up with me to make my husband lunch for the day.
It
It's
is
like
a
this
Michelin
good
star.
Torta getting up at like 5:30 in the morning,
Did you watch that video?
cooking chilaquiles and like putting ceviche, putting all this stuff to go. And then the husband like gets out of bed. She hands it to him, kiss on the cheek. She does like a freaking blessing before he leaves.
Blesses
I'm like,
him.
that's all I want in life.
And she filled up the Costco pinche Titan backpack, the Titan
backpack,
cooler.
multiple, like a tackle box, multiple layers of snacks.
It's like you're out there doing manual labor for 10 hours, and I'm like, you got to fill up. That's easy 12,000 calories worth of fajita.
There's like a weird
Chilaquiles.
There's like a weird response to the manosphere, quote, air quotes, online, like the bro-centric, literally us. like the manosphere podcast, Joe Rogan universe type thing, where there's a faction of women who are like accepting their role in that hierarchy online that are like big social media influence, not big, but they have like followings. And it's like, watch me take care of the kids today, or here's like 10 fun things to do after school, like doing their role in that. It's interesting. And making lunch, that's hit like the Latino aspect of the algorithm,
which is
because
way
it's-
more wholesome.
yeah.
It's like
you
you'd
get
be
some old freaking whitey making a bologna sandwich, and nobody's watching that.
Do you think they're hired actors, or do you think
well,
they
that's
know
what I
how
was-
to use the freaking?
That's what I'm saying. There's some white women ones that seem almost like they're forced or held captive. The Latino ones are just, they'd be.
They've been doing that. They've been doing that for 1,000 years.
they'd
think
be
they're
cruising there cooking a
When them boys were
think they're
building the
editing that
pyramids
too?
in South America, they were putting freaking goat skulls in their gurney sacks.
You think they're editing too?
Yeah,
Think they're on CapCut
I mean,
after
it
that?
sure as hell ain't the husband that's doing it.
Yeah, he's building the railroads.
He's out there leaving. But yeah, no, I think the moms are getting after it. They're cutting up the vids, they're cooking the dins, and it's a full-time gig. But
And
there
it's
are
so funny because honestly, that is so true that they've been doing that anyways. I mean, you could ask my dad, who worked construction with majority Latinos his whole life, or even me working in restaurants for so long, or just seeing manual labor guys like construction guys or gardeners or whoever. When it's lunchtime, they'll get a full Coleman stove with gas for their 30-minute lunch and like heat up tortillas. It's not just like get the sandwich out of the foil and the egg salad. It's like a full cookout for 45 minutes.
It's a beautiful social hour. I
Yeah.
think we need to take notes and really unplug too.
Honestly, like literally get a little barbecue. They're doing construction at my work right now on another place, but even when these places were being built, first thing that's always in there is a dusty old microwave that's brought off of somebody's. You know, the white man is eating a cold sandwich.
For the chimichanga, you
Or
got to
no
warm
matter
it up.
the white man is eating a cold lunch no matter what. But there's always some microwave plugged into a generator somewhere for lunchtime.
It's a beautiful thing.
It is.
It's a beautiful thing. Get a good stew going too.
I hired a couple guys back in the day, not Pancho, but I think his name was Alfonso, for my home in Santee. And no matter what he wanted, he's wanted whatever I ate that day. I'm like, what do you want to eat? He's like, whatever you get. So maybe I'd get KFC chicken, maybe get some Raising Cane's, Panda Express.
Oh, Panda.
And I'd pay him like his like day rate or his whatever we agreed on paying him to get done. But he only wanted 3 tall cans at the end of the day, every day. That was his like only request.
Of beer?
Of beer, 3 tall cans. And if he had a partner, he'd want 6.
That's a lot.
And
That's
then
a lot of beer.
and I would do it for him. And they would sit on my ledge. They wouldn't go in the backyard. They'd sit in the front of my house and drink all of them and then go home. I'm like, dude, why don't you come inside?
60 ounces of beer. It was like a pitcher of beer.
I'm like, why don't you? He's like, why do you have to finish them all? What's going on, Alfonso? He's like, I can't let the wife know I'm drinking. So he finished them
3
all.
tall boys.
Modelo's?
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Standard. Speaking of jeans and sandals, Don, I'd like to know, have I said this before? Maybe I've said this. We're 8 episodes in. I'm already running out of topics. What's a fashion choice of a woman that you don't like? I feel like I've said that. Did I say that?
No, we did workouts.
Oh, workout. Okay.
We did what's Dante's workout turnoffs. Now it's going to be outfit.
What's a woman, a female fashion thing that's common that you can't get behind?
Uggs with the crease in the back when you know they've been wearing those Uggs too long. I would see that there hasn't been enough big women in San Antonio that are wearing Uggs
When
anymore.
the foam on the sole is almost worn down
But
to the emu skin.
in high school, when I saw a girl with the Ugg and they were crumbling in the back because you knew they were logging so many hours in it, that to me was that's a no-brainer.
With the Cookie Monster pajamas.
With the Cookie Monster PJ pants.
I'd say there's new workout clothing. I think it's hitting I've seen a few Asians in the Asian community really wear it at the gym. There's one particular at 24 Hour Fitness. But I've seen a couple whites on social media wear it, and I don't like it. It's like a couple whites. It's like the workout thing to where it really comes down low and like the whole back is open. The whole back is open.
But
And
it's
then,
a one-piece suit that covers
it's
the
a one
breasts as
piece,
well?
but like the whole back is showing.
Uh-huh.
And then the
It
way
like V's down to the
yeah,
butt
V's
crack?
down. Yeah. I'm cramping out explaining this.
too much movement this early in the pod.
Yeah, I'm not really into that. Even though I do like rompers as a clothing, aspect
That's
of going out.
Fetish of yours?
You're a
rompers?
romper guy?
I love a good romper. Love a good sundress. Love a good maybe some sort of like tight fitting, tank top.
What about a romper with sneakers?
Romper with sneakers, that's pushing it a little bit, but
I like it because it's you're
Sporty?
ready to go to a brunch, but then you can hoop. You're ready to hoop at any moment too.
yeah. Well, then we're talking indie. Or are you indie if you're wearing rompers and the shoes?
Indie. That might have been a term before your first deployment, but that's out, buddy.
Is indie not a term anymore?
No, it'd be hipster now.
Spiritual.
Hipster.
Oh, hipster.
I have not seen one of those workout tees though with the open back.
You haven't? Okay. I'll put
Controversial.
it on. I'll add it.
What about
It'd be hard to find.
what's a male gym what's like a male article of gym clothing that triggers you think?
Triggers me.
That's a good question.
Actually, I think there is rules, I feel like, on those crazy muscle tanks that come super tight. I think I've seen signs where you can't have those in some gyms.
Well, yeah,
because there's too much skin. There's too much skin
Well,
exposed.
some of them are almost a full poncho that's just not even attached on the side.
Yes.
It's like one thread from the bottom all the way to the shoulder.
I know. Yeah, go on.
As you know, I do cut some of my own tanks, and now with
you know.
Milo, like he'll be hanging on them, and he'll
Yeah,
rip
I'll
them on the sides. So I was working out the other day, and I realized one of my tanks was down to here, and my nips were flying out. So I realized I am the
Well,
problem.
the tank top you gave me, rest in peace, Aunt's ex-wife shirt, has my nipple showing the whole time. So you
Don's
cut it.
nips always come flying
Yeah.
out of it because it's one
It's
of
the
my
only
cuts.
tank top I own.
It's a great tank.
Joey made it.
I miss it.
It's Brooks.
Shout out.
She's listening.
Don's nips are out.
I don't understand, and maybe I don't know if I've ever done this before. I don't understand why people wear hoods.
Like, yeah, the guy
Our
in
father.
the hood. The guy in the
Unless
hood.
you're-
Our father
unless
is
you're-
it's for pure temperature control.
But
saying for a father?
Our dad.
No, I'm saying at the gym.
I'm saying dad he was constantly cold because
Our father.
they would have the fans on. So for some people it's pure temperature
No,
control.
I'm saying kids.
But for kids it is. I mean, I
trying
can
to look cool.
I can get down with the Sulik mode because kids
That
are
is
rolling
Sulik
in
mode.
full jeans, the baggiest pants ever, and a hoodie, just getting
Yeah,
after.
Joe's the new generation is Joey's vibe for sure.
It is, but then I look at myself. And I'm like, oh, why do I have workout shoes on and shorts and high socks and a tank top?
You can make it fashionable if you want.
But I'm also like, oh, these kids are like, I got dressed for the gym. It looks like these kids came straight from school. They wasted no time and are getting a pump on.
I think they're getting dressed for the gym to look cool.
You think
I
so?
think that's the style. Yeah.
So like a hood on with like the beats over the hood.
Looking like you're not supposed to be in the gym is the new way you're supposed to
Yeah.
look in the gym.
I see a lot of young men in
For
there.
young 20s.
A lot of
Teens
young
and
men
20s.
that are like in the power lifter mode. You can kind of tell that are just trying to lift super heavy, sit on the bench for like an hour, look at their phone for 20 minutes between each set type vibe. That will wear Crocs.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
kind of
not a hater of
aggravating.
Crocs anymore.
Huh?
I've kind of jumped on the Croc train.
But not in the gym.
I won't wear them in the gym, but I do understand why powerlifters would wear them in the gym because they wait so long in between sets and they want something comfy that their socks can slip in. So I could see why they wear
Because the powerlifters are lifting
without shoes.
with just socks on.
Yeah.
Or they're getting into a squat shoe and then slipping out of the squat shoe.
Yeah, okay, I
A lot of
guess.
them wear.
I guess.
I understand the Croc situation now.
I just watched a YouTube video yesterday of a guy that ran a marathon in Crocs.
Really?
Yeah.
Cameron Haynes. Son?
No.
Cameron Haynes' son.
That's his son?
Yeah.
No, Truitt goes jeans.
He does Crocs.
I think he does a
Doesn't
bunch of
Crocs do
challenges.
Crocs
He
too?
said he's run like 25 marathons.
Might be Truitt.
I didn't even know that.
Super
I think.
jacked.
I can't. I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure he did.
Super
I
jacked
couldn't even
white
really
man.
tell. He was just filming himself running the whole time. But he did it in like 3 hours and 10 minutes or something.
The guy did it in ski boots too.
I thought, yeah.
horrendous.
Ski boots is insane.
That could like
Ski boots is
That's
horrendous.
like
Tibia
lifelong
muscle.
injury.
I know.
A full marathon?
Full marathon.
Because the same guy did one in $9.99 Temu shoes also that he got from Temu.
What's Timu?
Temu's like,
Have you bought anything from Temu?
I've never bought anything. It's like even lower than Amazon. Like it's like Chinese Amazon of like just
Everything's
junk.
super cheap. It's like
Don't tell Don. Don's gonna have a
No, I'm.
full Temu collection.
I know I won't.
It's like the cheapest of the cheap. Anything you could think of, like that's in like a 99-cent store.
Yeah.
Like like Tupperware bullcrap you can get on Temu.
Okay.
Do you know anyone who's bought something from Temu?
I don't think so.
Other than on the dark web?
I don't think so. The Johnsons have never gotten.
I've
Temu.
never met a person who shops.
There's
Temu.
there's a website called Alibaba.
Yeah.
That it's like that.
Everyone was.
Freaky.
Go ahead.
I said it's just freaky. Every time I see Temu or
Temu's
Alibaba,
scary.
I'm too nervous.
Alibaba.
But I also remember a time when it wasn't long ago where me and Ash would look at stuff on Amazon and be like, we can't buy it online. Like, can we trust what it is?
Yeah.
That was probably like 5, 6, or maybe not 5 or 6, maybe 8 years ago, 10 years ago. We wouldn't buy stuff online because we'd be like, how would you know what it is?
The star rating and the reviews are huge on Amazon.
Well,
and
now
I've never
it's-
respected that, but Macy will only buy stuff that's like 4.5 or more. I've just been like, I need this thing. I see it. It's cheap. I order it. And then it's crap. And she's like, well, did you look at the stars? And then I'll go back. It's like a 3.2 or whatever.
Well, now it says on Amazon, it'll say this item is frequently returned. It gives you a little notice if it's shite.
That's fun.
Yeah, I did a whole marathon in the Temu shoes, and he couldn't beat his Croc time
Really?
by like 46 seconds
Crocs are
or
pretty
something.
good shoes, man.
So he did it quicker in the Crocs than the Temu
By
shoes.
like 45 seconds, yeah.
Dang.
Wow.
What's gonna be? Oh.
What's he looking
Oh, then we got our first spy.
That would look like a.
The second the
that
second
looked
the,
like a Semitic.
the mics come on, the spies start coming, the FedEx van comes.
at? Medic.
Don, what's your next challenge gonna be?
I'm gonna challenge.
Since the virality of the swim.
I'm gonna challenge Kiara. Round 2.
No
and-
way.
Yeah,
Have you talked to her about it?
I have. And she gives me the classic Kiara response, which is like,
Don goes boxing match with Kiara. Don, we don't know it, but he took the swim loss really personal and does a celebrity boxing match. All the comments have just been
On
getting
DAZN.
on DAZN. Dante, the swim video's up to about 400 comments, and low-key's been letting him get to him. So now he's going to box Kiara. Sorry, Kiki.
what was the latest? What was the latest comment?
Jiu-jitsu match, torque her knee, swim ending injury, knee bar,
No.
Kimura.
Actually, a better match would be probably me and Kiara. She would probably beat me.
No, it's gonna be a round 2 swim. So I'm gonna have a couple things lined up. Like best 3 out of 5 separate stations wins.
I pitched to him.
In the pool.
It makes way more sense to be like, all right, time for my revenge. You beat me in your world. Now it's time to come to my world. And he like
Take her to the oak
yeah,
course.
surf tortures her. Does a surf torture and a freaking log carry.
I don't think Kiara would be down to be surf tortured, nor if it's the best idea.
But it makes sense for the video
It
series.
does make sense. I
You're
survived
marketing it off the former Navy SEAL versus a collegiate swimmer.
Yeah.
Did you see? There's the new show too, where they're doing like athletes and special forces, and then there was, I think it was Cam Newton on the side of a helicopter.
Yeah.
He did a muscle up to
Yeah.
get on that thing.
Yeah.
Insane. It was insane.
Pros versus
Yeah.
Joes vibes.
Also, too, we do have to cut to. There's that episode of Bear Grylls too, where the little person, I think he's a famous actor,
Dinklage?
not Dinklage, different guy, British guy. Dinklage is British too, but where he's on the tightrope with Bear Grylls and he's trying to cross the river.
I don't remember that one.
You haven't seen that?
Dinklage on Bear
Oh,
Grylls.
another little person, and he starts getting the wobbles, and then it cuts to a wide angle. And he's like, and he's
No, I haven't seen it.
shaking back and forth.
I pray to God I left room for Art to pull in.
Oh, about to get
boy.
some honks.
Yeah, Bear Grylls repelled into Saddleback Church like 10 years ago.
I was there.
Really?
I was there too to promote his book.
That's the kind of stuff that happens in Mission Viejo, straight up.
And if you remember, he had a water bottle filled with melted snow from the top of Everest. And he let a kid drink it on stage. What that had to do with our Lord and Savior, I don't know.
Everything.
That could have been a little
And Lord knows
satanic.
he was getting like $100K freaking show fee for that too or something. Bear Grylls is a
Gills.
complete fraud.
Bear, you don't like
You don't know
Gills,
if he got
dude?
paid.
He's a fraud. He was staying in hotels and stuff the whole time on the show. That all came out.
What do you mean?
Really?
Yeah,
So he wasn't living out in the mountain? He was
I don't
staying?
think so. I think it came out that like him and the crew were like in the freaking Four Seasons.
Well, whenever I would watch the show, I never recalled them showing their living situation, nor would they say we had to spend the night. It was always like, how do we survive the day?
Yeah, okay, maybe.
It was like, how do we survive the day? How do we survive this rock face?
It was all about the other dude. Survivor. What was his name?
Oh, I forget. Played the
Survivor Man.
harmonica.
Les Stroud. The harmonica dude.
He was OG, and his was more, I think, about like, now I'm gonna set up camp, and
He's been on Rogan. Les Stroud.
Yeah.
I think is.
what do we think about Deadliest
that.
Catch bloke too? Do you
No,
think-
not Deadliest Catch. River Monsters.
or River
River
Monsters
Monsters.
The
bloke.
River Monsters bloke is an absolute angling legend.
Because does he get respect in the fishing world? Probably.
I think so. He can catch anything.
He can, but he seems like he doesn't know what he's doing. Or is that just for the show?
Well, he's probably from Scotland or something, and he's like deep in the Panamanian jungle trying to catch a freaking toothy bonefish.
a retired fish.
Trying to noodle.
He
He's
yeah,
pretty
he's great.
insane. He's caught in some big dogs on there too.
And he's got the best freaking. Maybe you can find an image of it. One of the most prominent eyebrow forehead veins when he's reeling in. The thing is, you've never seen a brain stem vein explode like his when he's reeling it in.
It's full locked in.
Yeah.
Full
What's his name?
focus.
That guy's name I don't know.
Jeremy.
And it sounds like it could be a Jeremy.
Calvin.
Jeremy something.
There's also
Shout
fun,
out River
there's also
Monsters.
fun. There's a fun guy on YouTube that does urban camping. Like he'll pick like a median on like in the middle of a freeway and be like, I'm gonna camp here tonight and try and not get caught. And he'll set up a full tent, get a little stove, cook a meal. He'll do it like in a mall, like literally in like a floral arrangement in the middle of a mall and camp for the night and try and
Make it through a lot of the nights.
yeah, he never gets caught. It's great.
That's insane.
There's the one bloke too, the Alaskan guy. He's like the tall, skinny white guy who just survives in the snow. And then-
Outdoor Boys?
is it the Outdoor Boys?
He brings his kids with
Where he
us?
takes his sons.
Skinny guy with glasses?
Someone just
Yeah.
said like, I saw a meme that just said like, you know it's too late in the night when you start scrolling and this guy pops up on your feed. And he's always like,
Outdoor Boys.
there's some knowledge. Like there's
He's
times,
amazing.
There are times where I'm watching his things and I'm trying to take mental notes.
He's the best
for
father
making-
of all time, too.
Yeah.
He's the best father of all time. His views get no less than 50 million on each video.
Yeah,
And it's the most wholesome crap you've ever seen in your life.
it's incredible.
Love the
know
Outdoor
it's
Boys.
too late when this guy pops up.
And there's
because
a,
I don't follow him, and I guarantee none of us do. But his videos will end up in our feed. They'll find you.
there's a faction. I'll try and find one and send it to you. There's a faction of Instagram reels where people make like super edits of him. It'll be like an unrelated clip of somebody like talking about how much their father meant to them, or like, you know, like an athlete or not related at all, and like get teary, like an emotional thing about being a dad. And then it'll cut to like a freaking Hosier song with him like pulling his son up a cliff and like his son holding a fish, and it's like super edit cuts of him just being amazing.
Hosier song.
Take me to church.
Yeah, exactly. And it just glorifies him.
He's the man. He's the man.
You do, you watch it and you're like, man, I suck. Or he was
Cut back to Cole's beach fishing story from 2 pods ago.
he was like a accident injury attorney before he became the Outdoor Boy. And so it'll be cuts of him like like a commercial from his law firm in like his early 20s, like, if you need help, call down. And then it'll be like cut to him in the middle of the forest or whatever, and it'll be like, chase your dreams.
He's electric
Yeah.
on camera
Yeah.
too. Great host.
If you guys could, not to change the topic or anything, why can't I speak? If you guys can make one YouTube video,
Don't
what
point
would
the
it be?
meat stick at me. If we can make one
Yeah.
high budge or just any budget, like if we could just make one YouTube video.
Yeah. And it's just you, similar to that guy with his son in the forest doing that, having 50 million views. What do you think would it be?
I would introduce packaged meat sticks to like a tribe in Africa and get their reviews. Give them a Slim Jim, give them a Jack Links, see which ones they like the best, mate.
Blue Powerade.
There's actually a bunch of YouTube videos of like guys bringing like nerds ropes to like tribesmen and stuff, so maybe not that. That's a good question, Daunt.
Would definitely have to be hip hop based, some type of rap video. Have to go live with a rap video. Would sweep the web. Actually was one of my first YouTube videos. Was the quadratic formula rap equation that me and Dan Huerta put on YouTube.
Is it still on there?
It's still on there.
I forgot all
I
about
think
that.
How long is it?
But it's actually really hard to find because if you search quadratic formula, like insane stuff pops up and it's like hard to sift through. But we did get extra credit for it. And we was us rapping the quadratic
Isn't
formula.
Cody in it too?
Boss Game's in it. Me,
It's in Dan's garage
Dan,
or something?
And in Dan's garage, and at the end, Dan is like we're just
He says a
rapping,
bad
joking.
word or something?
I think he mutters one off in the distance, but he also takes Comet, and he thinks it's closed, and he's like, and he pours Comet in his mouth. At the end, it's him in the back going, choking on Comet on bleach. It was
Maybe I would
controversial,
do a video. How much blue Powerade do I need to drink until my urine is completely blue?
You just die. He wouldn't make it out alive, man. Yeah, maybe quadratic formula 2.0.
Would you want to do more day in the life stuff or like challenges Mr. Beast style mode?
I think challenge. I mean, like some type of. The first thing that popped into my head was like a cool travel thing, where it's like, watch me dive with sharks.
You don't like to travel.
I would if it was for something fun.
Screw diving with sharks. No, thank you.
You know, likey.
Not even in the cage. After that one video of the one that gets in the cage.
That's scary.
You know that video?
Yeah.
Yes.
Shark just killed another person, I think in Turkey or something like that. We got Egypt, Turkey, all over the place.
It's the algae bloom.
It's the Middle Eastern sharks.
It's the dang bloom, dude.
It's the algae bloom. Yeah, hurt. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, Dot. I wish I could zero in on a YouTube video that I'd like to make.
No, like a channel, not a video.
You said
Channel.
one video.
said
No,
One
no, no.
video.
My bad. That's my bad. What would your channel be? So, like, it's like, hey, I'm Cole, day in the life of general manager. Hey, what's up? Wake up. Shh. Brush my teeth. Drive to work. 5 Zins in. Get to work. All right, what's up?
No one's going to watch that.
You don't know.
You don't know.
Day in the life of GM, LA GM.
A day in the lives are hard. It's like you're filming the whole thing, cutting it up. Aunt knows he's a day in the lifer.
All right, we can put a pin in that one. Didn't mean to stump you guys.
We're officially stumped, dude.
Officially stumped.
Flipping YouTube channel.
In the meantime, as you guys keep thinking about your YouTube channel, I actually want to do a little YouTube competition right now.
Okay.
See who can do the best chicken noise. Google's calling me, by the way.
Uh-oh. What does it say? Google?
Answer it.
No.
Answer it. Put them
Put
on.
on the mic.
Hell no.
Why not?
Because I got a chicken video.
You ever heard of going viral?
Done. That was our chance right there.
Yeah, that's right.
They're listening.
You guys just take a listen to this specific.
Put it in the mic.
Put it in the mic.
Let the listeners hear it. Is this your first day on YouTube or what, dude?
All right, we're gonna do a competition. You're gonna make this chicken sound the best. Ready?
Ready?
You kind of have to see it too, because it's really good.
Put it to the mic.
I'm about to.
Is that a straight up Moana clip?
Yeah. I've been recently. Joey saw me today. I got out of the car. The first thing I did was scream at chicken.
Dot
noise.
did a very loud chicken noise.
So yeah, I was figured. who could do the best.
I was on about Lilo and Stitch last pod, and now we're back on Moana this pod.
We're gonna wake Olive up, dude.
Olive sleeping outside, dude.
Joey's way better.
I didn't felt bad for the listeners, so I had to be here.
Not good. I just had a beef stick. I'm probably gonna choke to death.
Me and Cole projected out and Dot sucked in.
Yeah, that was an intake.
Yeah, you gotta insert.
Okay, can you pull up?
And a scene.
Here's a
That's
challenging
it.
one. Can you pull up a dolphin? Just type in dolphin noise. Let's just try that really quick.
You just freaking get the hoodie. you got to timestamp that one. Joe Rogan episode 4097 with Kevin James.
Joe loves that one.
You just get the hoodie and crook. That's my favorite one. Talking about choking someone out with their
Probably a
hoodie string.
grizzly or a silverback.
Yeah, I think he's talking about a person, like getting the hoodie and choking him.
So you guys want to do dolphin sounds?
Yeah, play a dolphin sound. Highly. Okay.
I thought it was just going to be I thought it was going to be high pitched squeaks, but there was actually a lot
more of the noise I
variety.
was looking for was the
sonar. Wow. He swallows his Zen.
that would be my YouTube video. Can I get dolphins addicted to Zyn? Which species is the most susceptible to nicotine?
Imagine with those bottle noses, how many upper deckers you can slide in there.
Put a whole can in their blowhole.
Zinning up dolphins.
I wonder what flavor they'd like the best.
Pete is coming for us now for sure.
Coffee?
Coffee? No, I don't think dolphins would like coffee flavored Zin.
Chill?
So they probably like chill. Maybe a citrus.
SeaWorld dolphins wouldn't
Are
have a
Zins-
choice because it's outlawed here. Gavin Newsom. No flavors.
Are Zins bad for your lips like chewing
I've always wondered
tobacco,
that.
or
I've
no?
always wondered if it's going to burn a hole.
Not as bad as tobacco, no.
Because they don't have all the they don't have all the bad stuff, like more bad stuff in it.
I don't believe though. I'm faux.
Dolphins are highly sexual. Did you know that?
I
Yeah.
did. They'll come for the trainers. They'll
They know when you're pregnant.
hump at anything. Got to be careful.
There was a lady, people have talked about it a lot, but there was a lady in like the 70s that lost her job because she was torquing off a dolphin.
Oh,
She was trying to do some sort of like psychedelic study with the dolphin or something. They're trying to like decipher their language. It was like heavily funded by the government, and she couldn't get anything done because the dolphin was just trying to smash the whole time. So she learned, if I just frickin' torque one off for him, then he's going to focus in class. So she just started cranking him, and she got fired. And like the whole project was shut down. It went all the way to the White House, like no more funding because
Bestiality.
yeah, but she needed results. And
I mean, we do it with horses, but you have a little horse cock on, or a horse.
horse conch.
A horse thingy that you put over the horse's wing.
I've watched that, not with not with horses, but with elk. I've watched that happen. I've watched semen be extracted from elk in an elk farm in Montana.
what were you doing at the elk farm?
My parents' good friends in Helena, Montana, own a big elk ranch, and I was there the day that they needed to get the jizz.
That was a good day to be there, eh?
Yeah, I was like
Gooning the
9.
horse.
I was like 9 years old. It was insane.
Gooning the horse.
Yeah.
Does your little bro still work at the good old Buffalo Ranch out there in Montana?
Tanner's yeah, he does work for let me give him a plug, although they would be a competing sponsor.
Go roam free.
Go roam free. The jerky is a buffalo jerky available in Costco,
no.
not to compete with Darbonic jerky. But yeah, Tanner
ruined ad read.
Commercial coming soon.
Tanner does anything and everything from repairing fences, retrieving escaped buffalo.
Does he ever have to extract the spam?
I don't know about the sperm extraction. Buffaloes
he
might
helped-
just get after it.
He helps the buffalo escape and then he kills them, or does he
No.
kill more bison?
Well, I guess they're bison. There's a difference. I can't remember what it is. But
name.
they're on a huge ranch, like hundreds, maybe thousands of acres, but I don't think it's entirely fenced. So sometimes they'll wander onto the reservation, and there's lots of times where if the animals will get on the Indian reservation, the natives will claim them. They're like, they're ours now. And there's like disputes over herds of buffalo. It's like cowboy shit.
Really?
Yeah. So he's like on ATVs chasing down. I think they have pings on them, little trackers, so they can go find out where they are.
You're a wild cat, Tan Man.
Like Yellowstone, the movie.
Yeah.
Or the show.
the movie Yellowstone, the movie.
Wow, that's cool.
That is wild. We got to get some of that buffalo jerk here.
Yeah. I did. It is at Costco, I think.
Actually, never mind.
That's
We can't let it in the studio. We're still waiting for our shipment of Darbonic jerky.
You love bison, don't you? You eat bison, don't you?
I used to eat bison. It started upsetting my stomach
There's
a little
something
bit.
about the ground bison I don't like as
started
much.
upsetting my stomach.
Really?
I don't like it. I remember Don went through his wave of making ground bison every night.
Too gamey?
There's just something, maybe a little bit too gamey, which I'm not super into, but I know maybe it's just me being subprimal,
When we
not being alpha enough.
when we were all in Montana at my parents before I got married, Max Houston I think it was the height of the Rogan sphere, and Max Houston, friend of the pod, State Farm agent, was
Office 277.
obsessed with the idea of eating elk. He needed to eat elk, and he knew, or he had heard, that Tanner had elk. So Max was like, every day, can we cook some elk today? Like, he was all about the elk. And
Was it when we were all out there?
I think so. Maybe no. It might have been when we were there with the family. When a couple of the families went up there with the kids. I think it might have been that time. And I think one day he just got after it rogue on his own and went in the freezer and found some packaged meats. And he grilled up these little cutlets and he was eating them and stoked on them. Oh, it was pretty good.
No.
And it was roadkill. Tanner had come across a deer that had just been hit, and Tanner, being the wild man, cut the backs. It was like fresh. He checked if the vitals were whatever you needed to check to see if it had been there for a while, and he cut the back straps off of it on the side of the road, threw them in the truck, brought them home. And Tanner's like, Max, what did you cook? Where was that? And he was like, it was in this drawer. And he was like, that was a deer I got off the highway. And Max was like, oh. But he thought it was good beforehand.
Max turns into Elk Man, dude.
Venison. I've had venison and elk, and I don't like it.
Yeah, it's different. Deer's, it's not that good.
Can't believe Max muscled through the roadkill. The
I
whole
liked it
thing.
until he found out where it came from.
I remember when Don, were you with us when we all went to Montana and we went to our first rodeo? And Jackson was in his tight leather
I was there.
bottom pants with his purple hat.
Yeah.
And we didn't really know the country lifestyle that well.
The local color
we
that was there.
didn't know the local color that was there, and we rolled up.
It was like
pretty
8-year-olds with pistols on their hips.
pretty flamboyant. I had a lot of chest hair out. Jackson had leather pants on with a purple cowboy hat. He looked like Lil Nas X. And we got good old fashioned bullied out of there.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
were not happy
They were
with
hooting
our
and hollering,
presence.
threw a couple freaking twisted tea cans at us.
Yeah. We were sitting down at the rodeo and we got hassled for being a little bit too flamboyant.
Little did
But
they know
we
we
took
had
it
a
on the
freaking
chin.
hired gun with us, ex freaking frog.
Don't
I do remember wanting to throw down for some reason, but I just don't. I just kept thinking like, but I don't see anyone mad at us. Everyone's saying everyone's mad at us, but I didn't see.
There was a
everyone
couple
being mad at us.
altercations in the stands.
Yeah, and I think too, Daunt, you could have looked arguably the most gay of all of us because Daunt bought a hat that wasn't a cowboy hat, and it was more of a disco hat and a disco blouse.
Like disco.
I
was trying to dress cowboy.
That was supposed to be
Disco.
cowboy.
We'll put in the pics. I think I have the
I
pics.
literally tried to dress like a cowboy, and I was a disco guy.
And it was not even at like a PBR like big rodeo
It was a
event.
local-
It was behind the Blue Moon, which is like one of the roughest bars in frickin' Columbia Falls.
It was a bunch of Montana F boys, dude. That was all.
We were bringing a pretty healthy, just dude on dude energy though. I think they did think that we were a huge pack.
It was a threat.
That we were just a huge pack of gay dogs, which I was getting handsy with Ant. I'm not gonna lie, I was getting pretty handsy.
Hard
with
not
him.
to with him.
So
Gorgeous,
ran
man.
Some gays out.
That was pretty insane though.
Wow.
Last time I was bullied. Actually, no, I was bullied yesterday.
Let's hear about it.
Completely forgot I was cyber bullied.
Cyber?
No, we were shooting a commercial in LA, and we were shooting on a pickleball court, and they got can't say what the production is, NDA. We're talking Tarantigo, some big names,
Big players.
big heavy hitters.
Weinstein.
Weinstein's involved. We're shooting a commercial on a pickleball court, and this group of pickleballers comes and starts bullying the production, like to get out of there. And then
Did you have the permit?
yeah, I guess we had a permit, but someone wasn't communicating it well enough. They're like, okay, you can leave. And then one of the dudes, like a grip dude on set, big dog, was
Blue
like,
collar.
hey, how about you get up on out of here? And everyone's like, whoa, stand down. They're like, whoa. Because one dude on production was ready to go.
Yeah, that guy had his torta make him some freaking chilaquiles that morning for
Dude,
sure.
he was revved up and ready to go, and I'm there, full hair and makeup done. So I'm already feeling vulnerable. Like I can't contribute anything to this.
Throw down
dispute.
and blush.
But I did think it was pretty funny that even the pickleballers now were getting territorial. Dude was pissed, like that we had the court for 2 hours.
What was
And
our age?
They were like probably like early 30s, and then one guy came over and was kind of like frustrated. He's like, Gabby, can we see the permit? Like, what's going on here? And then like he left, and he sent over a hired gun. This other guy who then just
muscle?
stood, like he just stood in production the whole time. And then guys like, and then one of the guys on the set was like, "We're filming, sir. Can you move, please? Sir, can you move, please?" And he's like, and then stood the
The most
entire
LA
time.
freaking
entire
altercation.
time?
The
ever.
entire time we filmed, stood there.
Is he in the shot?
He was like right out of the shot, but he wanted to assert dominance and make everyone
Hell
feel
yeah.
uncomfortable that we were
I'm
filming.
with the pickleballers.
Yeah, they were-
I need to remove myself from those situations because I would go. I think I would just.
See red?
I'd see red and immediately attack.
No, there was a guy.
Zero talking.
There was a guy on set who was ready to go. Like they thought I think the pickleballer thought like all these guys are working.
Was it the only court available? Could they not play?
Finally, the court next to us opened up, and they ended up just playing next to us.
Hooting and hollering, trying to ruin the scene.
No, they ended up just playing, but there were still a couple guys on our crew, I think, that were fired up. That was like we were ready to wrap at 5 p.m. I don't know what they did when we wrapped. They could have went after there and met him
Damn.
after hours.
Damn.
They were not happy.
Yeah.
I was fine with it. I was just like, there's nothing they can do to have us stop. I was in my zone pickleballing.
I was having fun.
I was having a blast. Makeup on.
That's the gayest thing I've ever heard.
It was an altercation.
Ruin our pickleball day.
Yeah, they were bummed. They were so bummed. I felt bad.
Yeah, any sort of public space for athletics always has beef around it. Skate park beef, freaking wave beef.
People get territorial.
Yeah, because it's not yours, it's the city's. But if you're there enough, you feel like it's yours.
There's like whole pickleball
Yeah.
etiquette now too. I went to play with a friend one time, and you have to put your racket in the fence, like if you're waiting.
It's like putting the quarter on the
Yeah,
on
you
the
put
pool
your
table.
you put your racket in the fence, then you see all these rackets lined up. I had no idea. I was ready to. I thought they were like open rackets that you could use. I thought it was like communal,
Just take one
communal rackets.
and swung on immediately.
Yeah. Oh, Janice, 70-year-old Janice, was swinging on me. It's insane. It's a good culture, though. It's good culture.
What's the other one? Squash ball?
Squash?
Squash. No, but isn't there a new? Paddle. Isn't it just called paddle?
No, I don't
There's a
think
new
so.
one called paddle that
Really?
that is like already taken over pickleball.
No.
No.
Yeah, it's called like PADL. It like is from India and Pakistan.
Paddle.
I think so.
You could be talking crazy right now, my brew.
Paddle ball?
No, it's just called paddle. And the boys are firing off right now in India and Pakistan.
Squash ball?
We'll come
Squash
with
ball?
more details as they emerge, but we've got a hot war
Yeah.
In the-
That's crazy.
Peshmerga region.
Peshmerga region. I wonder why they're fighting, man. I think I asked that last time.
The Indian like minister of defense or the president or somebody said like, if we take this where it is going, not only Pakistan will cease to exist, but the entire world. He like threatened the whole world over their friggin' goody beef, bro.
Really?
India said that? India?
I think so.
India.
You might get a call.
Impossible.
Yeah, Secret Ops, Blackwater.
Secret Ops, Blackwater. Yeah, I don't think they're allowed. I think if there was a draft, I'm pretty sure they couldn't call me back if it's been 2 years. I've never looked into that.
Maybe the
Not
disability.
saying I wouldn't. Not saying I wouldn't want to. I'm just saying I don't know if I'd be allowed.
Would Joey and I be drafted if there was a draft at 30?
I haven't looked into
3,
anything.
30.
Oh,
32?
sir, I got sciatica. Don't come for me. I got it.
I
I'm
hope
gay.
so. I hope you guys.
I have a bad back, rolled ankle, sciatica.
Love men.
Love, yep. Love dudes. So I cannot join the forces.
I think it would be like
unfortunately.
18 to 26 or something. And then maybe if there was a second
I
wave.
can see it going up to 35. 100%. Pick your number. Everyone gets a number.
I
You
think my
guys
dad
join.
had a draft number for Vietnam, and I think the war. I got to ask him. I think the war ended because he graduated in 74. My dad would have been 18 in 74, I think. And I think like it ended a couple hundred away from what his number was or something. But I grew up with a lot of my dad's friends that were Vietnam veterans. Crazy bunch.
What would you guys be? I think I've asked you this on DFP podcast, episodes 3 and 4.
Is that Justin Bieber?
It could have been Justin
I
Viver.
was partying at 11:50 on a Wednesday, down our street. What would you guys pick? You think a job?
I'd probably be a bugleman.
What's a bugleman?
I'd play the bugle as we go as we march in. 20, 25, they still
Drummer
have
boy?
buglers. I would honestly be head drummer. I would honestly bugle in.
I would apply for hair and makeup or PR.
Yeah.
PR.
Yep.
Maybe a mechanic.
A mechanic. I'd honestly be a.
I think they have
Cook.
PR
I
as
think
a
cook.
job.
Cook
No,
on
the-
a ship.
The Filipinos have
There's
are
actually a good
monopoly of cooks.
Speaking of YouTube
you can't
videos,
get in.
I'm big in watching YouTube videos. And there's a great one about, I think it was like 60 Minutes. It was like a big CBS thing or something about a cook on a submarine and how he prepares food for like 120 guys on a sub every day. In his little kitchen, how he does it, what's on the menu. It looked pretty fun.
Was he from the Philippines?
He might have been Filipino. Why? Lots of the
they're all
cooks are
cooks.
Filipinos?
Yeah, most of them are Filipinos.
Really?
A lot of Filipinos in the United States Navy, to be honest with you.
They do like the Navy, huh?
Love the Navy. I don't know
Nursing
why.
too. My wife's a nurse. Works with a bunch of Filipinos. Good food, good lumpia.
Is Special Forces predominantly white, would you say?
Yeah. White. 100%. Like, I would consider myself white, even though I don't have white skin per se. I sound like the white man, but
Are you cracking another David bar?
100%.
You would be a Latino if they did demographics.
I'm half Ecuadorian, I guess.
If they did demographics,
Yes.
you'd be Latino. You'd be in the little Latino of the pie
I'm
chart.
multiracial.
It's BIPOC, dude.
Any black guys in the SEALs while you were there?
Yeah, a few. Yeah, there'd be like a couple
How about Asians?
here and there. You'd see
Asian gentlemen?
a few.
Okay, good.
Yeah, Mexicans, a little bit more Mexicans, I would say.
A lot of Mexicans and Latinos are LAPD.
Yeah,
Mm.
they want to enforce. For sure.
All right.
I was gonna say race. I was gonna say
All right.
something. I was gonna say something racist, but I don't. No. I was gonna say something, but I was hoping it wasn't going to be. Considered.
Going to say something racist,
Was that
but
my gym crush?
Racial.
I think that was the same car that drove by.
That was GC?
XGC.
Married. So who's taking the number one spot? What's his name?
I don't really have one right now, which maybe is my low energy today, my more chill, calm energy, because I don't really have a GC at the moment.
You might need to switch gyms. Search other villages.
Yeah, it's taken a good while to really know the way around that gym though, and like know my surroundings.
Do you put your things in the same locker? I would have. Yeah, I knew it.
Dont joins. Yeah, that's insane, Dont. I've never once picked like the same locker at the gym.
Do you put a
I'm
lock
always
on it?
bouncing around.
Never.
Don has keys
Never.
flying everywhere, wallet in there, keys on the hook.
A neighbor of mine, a neighbor of my neighbor that used to be our next ex-neighbor. I didn't really know him, but he was at recently at a 24 in Long Beach on Bellflower and put his stuff in the locker, no lock, got dressed after the gym, showered or whatever, and his car keys were gone, went out to the parking lot, truck gone. Middle of the day, stole his truck.
You're kidding.
Drove that thing
That's
to Mexico.
insane because if you just go back to the tapes and maybe
Yeah,
see,
it's like tapes everywhere.
you find someone who just hit a stole Grand Theft Auto right there.
Kids do
Probably
it all
was
the
in
time.
Tijuana by the time they freaking.
San Juan Capistrano happens all the time.
I moved back to OC and I thought I was safe, and someone jacked my nice Evo when I was hooping. It's like an $80 ball. I had my name on it, phone number. I got home. I was like, it has my number on it. I'll go back and check tonight, thinking for sure someone's gonna call.
You left the ball at the court?
Left it at the court.
At 24?
At 24.
Oh, for sure. Somebody took that.
Brand new Evo with the number in Sharpie on it. Homie
Keep
just
an eye out for it?
Oh, I was looking because I know someone probably took a little magic eraser, some WD-40 or something, took it off. So I was looking for.
Because you saw similar balls.
Everyone has the ball. It's a Wilson Evolution. It's a popular ball.
Got a little pump built in. Remember when those came out?
It's not the Infusion.
Is that what that was?
That was the Infusion.
Remember
We had
those?
one of those. Great
Remember
tech.
those.
Great tech.
They're not around anymore?
They never
Because
popped
if you dribbled
off.
the ball once with the stem out, it's broken.
Yeah. And it was just kind of a funky. You'd always feel
like
the
it.
little.
Rubber thing.
Yeah, you'd feel like the little notch where it went in, and then you'd twist and lock it into place.
My neighbor had one of those, I remember.
I think we had a new basketball here one time, and it rolled in the street, and a moving truck popped it. Do you remember that, Joe?
Mm-mm.
You remember that?
Like, so loud.
So loud. It was just.
Gunshot. I have heard one pop.
Did you ever
It's
have
gunshot.
anything stolen? I had a bike stolen when I was at a campground that I had gotten for Christmas when I was young, probably like 12 or 13, and it was, to this day, like I can still feel the pain. It was so heartbreaking.
So sad.
You feel so violated when something gets stolen.
I don't think me and Don ever got wronged like that.
In the military, I wouldn't necessarily say stolen, but people have taken things.
Your own countrymen?
Own countrymen. Yeah. Don't leave stuff laying around.
Seal on seal crime.
Seal on seal crime.
Could have been a foreign agent, though.
Trying to rustle up, create drama within
Yeah.
the teams. They send in little bogeys to start taking Don's little tic tacs and knickknacks.
What was taken? A watch?
I was a new guy, and people I've been warned be like, don't leave your stuff laying around. And I'm like, everything that was said to me, I'm like, okay, whatever. And I just remember a couple of people saying like, don't leave things laying around. And I let someone borrow a multi-tool.
Knew it. FedEx. There
He is. Oh,
I know
boy.
the tone of the 8-cylinder now. I can hear him coming.
FedEx truck. I got to get a pic of him one time. Yeah, multi-tool, brand new, fresh. You need a multi-tool for everything,
Leatherman?
every day. Yeah, you should have it on you at all times. You're prepping all the rounds for, the thing you're about to do, all the shooting you're about to do for the next month. Handed it to someone because someone needed it. They didn't have one, and asked for it back. He's like, "Oh, I give it." Never saw it again.
Just vanished.
So not that person took it, but
Yeah.
the fact that it's out in the freaking
Just went
80
hand to
dudes
hand.
now.
Yeah, it's
gone.
the communities
So
now.
someone is looking at it now and saying, "Oh, this is mine." It's not.
Uh-huh.
So I would consider that being.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
Or maybe someone got his stolen and is like, "Well, too bad. This is mine now." Because they all look the same. And then that was my new guy experience. Years later, I have a massive box Pelican case with my name on it, my nickname, Finney. But there was another Finney in another team. So there's teams 1, 3, 5, 7.
FINI.
No, I think his was FINNY, but I was FINI. That's how I put all my stuff in my box. And I knew that there was like another Finney because I had seen some of his bags laying around. And I think I had actually returned one of his bags or something to some other guy named Finney because it happened like once or twice. And I came back from sniper school and my box is completely gone. And I think the team prior was in there or something. I don't know.
Damn.
But I asked their whole team. I asked like all their leadership and like head shed, they call them. And no one could find out where my box went. And there was all of my it was sniper school. So it was all of my favorite gear. It was so weird. It's crazy. Like how it's sitting there and someone can just take it and not say a word. I don't know.
China.
That was a long rant, wasn't it?
I'm
I
interested.
mean, I could tell it hurt, and I could feel the pain.
It's gonna go viral.
And
Clip it.
I mean, yeah.
Put it on the reels.
I mean, for sure,
I just went back in there.
That's a
And
viral
that
clip. First
was one
off.
of yeah.
Second off, we're here on the couch to unpack those
And
type
I think
of
I was
moments.
going through a divorce at that time, so it just really quadrupled everything that was going on. Or maybe I wasn't. I can't remember. No, I wasn't, actually. Let's take that back. This was like after. Like a year after.
Oh my goodness.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What else?
It's going to be sunny this weekend.
Yeah, last 2 sandbags, inclement weather.
Are you coming to Sandbags this weekend?
This week- sunny and 75.
It could be. I'm not gonna make promises I can't keep.
You and me on the beach there. Sunny and 75. Thank you.
Was that Alan Jackson?
Sunny and 75.
It's a song. You know what I'm talking about? You and me on the beach there.
Michael
Who is
McDonald?
Look at your eye. I can't remember his name. I'll play it. Oh shit! I can't
Mason
play it.
Ramsey?
I can't play it for the damn.
Scotty McCreery?
It's a country guy with long black hair, and the song's called "Sunny and 75."
I don't know who it is.
play it.
Mason Ramsey. Yeah, so you're not coming? Or you...
I said I'm not gonna make a promise I can't keep, but it is gonna be sunny and 75.
It's going to be
probably.
sunny and 75.
I predict an all-time turnout.
Well,
If it
we've
beats
had
44, yeah. Well,
here in Orange County, in South Orange County, we have had a solid run of
Shite weather.
absolute shite weather. It's been raining. It's been foggy every day. And I'm sick of it, to be completely honest.
Cloud seeding for sure.
one
seeding.
week. Actually, it's like maybe 2 weeks straight of cloudy, rainy. The past 2 sandbags have been rainy. Waterfall on the stairs. Throw up on the stairs last
Ew.
week. That wasn't us.
yeah, throw up.
Not
Some
from
other-
a sandbagger?
No,
Houston.
some other workouter
Choncho?
before was sending it up on the
Pure
stairs.
bile from the gut. It looked like they had an orange or something.
Yeah,
Oh.
no
But
bueno.
I didn't care.
Clean it
So
up.
tired.
That's the PSA. Clean it up.
Had an LB drifting on my ass the whole damn workout, and then got me during the damn crab walks because his freaking Spidey arms kicked in.
We should get a little tail. We should get a tail of the tape here. A little rewind on mine and Don's
he
crab
whipping you?
walks.
no,
That was behind him.
we were together the whole time, but
I told Don it was at one point I was drafting behind him because he was such a rhino. Like like the
Catching
width,
his-
the width of his shoulders. I stayed behind him and ran behind him the whole time, and I think
helped.
his sheer width was blocking.
I have
the
that.
wind.
There's 3 guys that really will push me to the edge by drifting, and then they'll
drafting.
They'll
sometimes
jockey
and
around you
sometimes
like
they'll
a
jockey
NASCAR?
around me. Like at the end, it's Joe, it's Big John, and it's Joey Goggins, and they're all
You met
have
Joey
they all have
Goggins
a
yet?
very similar
name
body
really Joey
type. They have
Goggins?
long arms,
No,
long
Joey
legs.
Longo. He's like 19 or
No, he's like
20.
21.
Oh, he's like 21.
Yeah,
great
beast,
cat,
beast.
What about the Frenchman,
great young
Mikhail?
bloke.
Mikael,
Him and Dylan are in the pack.
He can have a really good day or a really normal day. You never know what you're gonna get with Mikael.
That's true.
Yeah. But Joe, Big John, and Joey, depending on what day they're having that day, they usually can be behind me for a good portion and decide whether they want.
What about the other fella
get
that
me
was
in
at
the end.
Ants that night when I met Mikhail?
Dylan.
Is he still?
Just past the bar too. Shout out D Blackwell. Yeah.
Shout out Dylan, miss you, man.
He's good at everything.
He's still
True-
coming.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was just here last week. He came to AJ's baseball game. Shout out Dylan Lindsay.
And Kevin.
True
Kevin
Warriors. Yeah, Dill's good at everything.
How'd AJ's ball game go?
It was great. It was great. Snack bar was closed. That was devastating. We were looking to get some Cracker Jack and
Dang.
pretzel and enjoy the ball game, but had some black pepper seeds and watched the ball game. AJ got a couple hits.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
Was it in the little gully?
in the gully, Lake Fields?
Kevin was stoked. He'd never been to a kid's game before.
Kevin was amped.
He was stoked. So he's been stoked on 2 things: painting the garage. He's like, wow, I've never painted before, man.
You're opening his eyes.
Yeah, and now he's been to he went to AJ's game, and he was just holding the fence watching AJ play.
Kev, we got a field trip for you planned next week too. We're gonna
What's
bring
that?
you somewhere. I don't know where, but we got to plan another field
showing.
trip.
The zoo.
We got
Oh.
painting, we got t-ball game, and we
The
got
aquarium.
to line up another field trip for you, Kev.
An open house down the street.
You old SOB.
There was an open house having free dogs last week. Free
Yeah, Don
hot dogs.
texted us. There was an open house that just said free brats and dogs, and Don said we're going.
11-3, man.
Did you go?
I was at Sandbag, but I would have went.
We should have.
Every open house on the street, I usually pop in.
It is a thing. We've been to a lot of open houses and had to bring Jameson, and there's always a little mini muffins or little sugar cookies. He's eyeing them now. He knows if we're going into some weird house, he doesn't know why we're there, but he knows there should be some sugar cookies on the table.
Me and Aunt went into an open house in LA, and we held hands in to look like a gay couple, like so we were actually interested. So it didn't look like two bros just noodling around in there. I was like, "Hey, let's hold hands so we look like we're serious." And we're
Why'd you
ready
guys pop in there?
because it was gorgeous, and it was next to our shitty old apartment in LA, and there was this beautiful house that was for
Your
sale.
apartment was actually very
it was
nice.
very nice, wasn't it?
It was, I mean, it was, but it was like an old.
The apartment was old, but it felt like a safe space.
Yeah, it was a
cool.
High fence, bushes.
and it was like an old building. There's a couple apartments on our street.
Is it being
and then-
torn down?
I don't
No.
think so. Sprinkled
No,
in.
that was in San Juan. It got
Dana
torn
Point.
down.
Ours
Dana Point,
got,
I mean,
yeah.
Feliz Navidad.
But then, yeah, me and Aunt hit the open house and just perused and appreciated the art and did our thing. And our
Wow.
wives didn't want to go at the time.
Dang.
Wow. Do you have AC in your unit?
Had to put in the had
The
to put it
window?
in myself.
A window unit?
2 windows, one in our bed and one in
Wow.
the.
Second story, scary. Could fall out.
Oh yeah, and there were the big old windows. We had the hottest unit in the whole place.
And your window was wide open, right? You could totally see out into the courtyard.
Mm-hmm.
Good spot.
Exposing.
Crazy.
Well, hey, catch us this Saturday. We'll be at Bags. I got a special prize for whoever beats me.
Knuckle sandwich.
Yeah, an absolute sumo wrestling tournament in the sand. Whoever can knock me out of the sand wins.
You should sumo with Kiara.
Go full sumo.
Get the full Japanese garb and
Well, she'll be there. She'll be there this
got a
week.
strong
this
base.
Saturday, you could ask her. Be like, hey, what do you think you should challenge Dante with? Strong base.
Or maybe an open ocean swim. We film it with the drone.
yeah. Or maybe just make a hard left and do like a cooking challenge.
She's a good cook, I believe. So I think I'd lose with that. I'm not a cook.
I don't know. Olive liked your eggs
I
last
could make
week.
a mean
Don
mess
sent
of
me
eggs.
a video of Olive eating his ketchup eggs.
Really?
She loved
Said,
it.
"See, everyone likes my eggs."
And now she looks at me and just goes,
She wants the eggs again.
ketchup eggs.
They're good. They're good.
Kids
And
love
chicken.
eggs.
They
Emo loves eggs.
Well, hey, thank you, Darbonic Jerky, for making
You
this
dreams.
possible. Wouldn't be here without you. Maybe some free jerky at Sandbag Saturday.
Darb mentioned he's got to send us some jerky bags. I actually think I have a jerky bag here. I just forget to bring it out every time.
Every pod, we're like, oh, I wish Darbonic Jerky.
You had one on the table for all your freaking one-on-one
I know it's there.
Sean Ryan interviews.
I know it's there. Yeah, I need to do. I need to get another Sean Ryan going. Who should I get for my next one-on-one?
One-on-one sit down.
Paul, I told you, Paul, I want to hear a story. Paul at CVS.
Saw him last night. 2 nights
You're
ago.
kidding.
2 nights ago.
He has to be 95 years old.
Could be a grandpa.
Or he was 46 when we all thought he was.
Yeah, he probably was. He was like 8 years older than us when we knew him.
Not that much older than us.
Like, yeah, I went to Tribuco.
All right, I got to roll, you big dorks.
Oh, shoot. Okay. My bad.
I go pick him out from school.
All right.
Dada's got to do what Dada's got to do.
Shout out, everyone.
Huge shout out.
Shout out
Darbonic.
India and Pakistan.
We'll see you on Saturday. You know where to find me. I ain't hard to find.